Welcome to Best Threesome Ever, a podcast discussing all things revolving around nerdy pop culture. It's probably not what you were expecting, but it's just as fun. Now, here are your hosts, Nick, Megan, and Kevin.
Y'all are kind of loud.
Yeah,
We are.
we're a little spicy.
You're a little spicy.
Always.
All right, here we go. Best Threesome Ever, episode 183, brought to you by Jaybird Wines. I'm Nick.
I'm Megan.
I'm Kevin, and I was born in 83, so that's fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right. You were born in 83.
A year before Scarlett Johansson,
Mm-hmm.
born in 84.
And I think we've talked about this before. I have the exact same birthday as Amy Winehouse.
Nice.
9/14/83. Guess I won that race.
Well, they tried to make her go to rehab. But
She
said
maybe she should have said, "Okay, I'll try it out."
maybe she should have, maybe
said no.
given it a shot
No.
instead of surrounding herself.
Instead of taking more shots.
or instead of surrounding herself with
Enablers.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that piece of shit husband that she had, I guess. For
He sucked.
it was awful.
I do want to watch that movie, though. Have you seen it?
I have not seen
I
it.
want to. It does look good.
Yeah. Anyway,
How's everybody doing?
Good. I overcame a fear today.
Uh-oh. Driving with your eyes closed.
I don't think anybody from my work listens to this.
Mhm.
So I started a new job.
Yes.
Literally a month ago. Yesterday I was offered a new job
yeah.
Yes.
that pays significantly more, but doesn't have some of the fun perks.
hmm
But I think will be better for me
The benefits are way better.
job wise.
Yeah.
Right.
Career-wise.
Career wise, I think will be better for me.
Does it? I'm sorry. Before you go on, does that new job, the new offer, does it have potential for growth?
It does.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good.
Okay.
And I know that my current job has lots of potential for growth. It
Mhm.
truly does.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was one of the things that was kind of holding me back from saying, yes, absolutely, I'll take this, is like the perks are really good. And there's a lot of potential for growth because this is an entry-level job. But what has been weighing on me is that there are kids fresh out of college making the
Right.
exact same amount as me.
Yeah.
And while I love that for them, I do. They're making a ton of money
Yeah.
at the age of 24. They're like, this is great for them.
Mhm.
I love this for them. I have a lot of experience and I'm worth more.
Yeah.
So I had to do what was kind of best for me.
Right.
And Saber, of course, was I will support whichever decision you make. I was kind of hoping she would help make it for me, but of course that was a lot to ask because it really is my choice. But it's just, I have a huge fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
So when it comes to big life-changing decisions where I'm worried I'm gonna fuck up,
You kind of
it's like why in video games, like if there's like a big decision I need to make and I know they'll have consequences, I open a game facts. I'm like, okay, what are my rewards?
what should I do?
What are my rewards here?
Right.
Yeah.
So but I had to take the leave, but I said, you know what, I will take this job. Now it's conditional. I have to pass a pretty
Lie detector test.
well, no,
Background check.
but I believe a more vigorous background check
Yeah.
than some of my other jobs,
Big
which
job.
I don't see anything going
Anticipate,
wrong
yeah.
there. I really don't. I'm a pretty good boy.
the
But then of
community-
course I had to give them references, and 2 had to be managers.
Oh.
Yeah. So I picked one from the old pharmacy I worked at, and I picked Eric. I was like, fuck it. You know
Love
what?
it.
Hey, that works.
Nope.
It's technically your.
It is.
He's your manager.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he'll talk me up.
Yeah.
So-
for sure.
So as long as those go okay, and I'm having trouble logging into their portal to accept the job officially. So I might have to email them tomorrow saying, so here's the thing.
So I'd love to accept, but yeah.
But yeah, so I did accept it, and now I'm terrified because I'm also super not good at quitting jobs. Really not. So many of my previous jobs that I've quit, I've still worked at part-time, on call, seasonally, because I'm like, I hate leaving you guys like this. So I'm like, if you need me, call me, keep me on file. I'm happy to come in and work. And like, that's not the kind of job that this is. So this is
Right.
going to be like, I don't want to feel like I'm wasting your time.
Thank you for thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for the
Right.
opportunity. I feel it's better to say, now after I've
Yeah.
only been here a month.
Mhm.
Obviously, you don't need 2 weeks from me because there's nothing to cover.
Right.
I haven't started taking cases or anything like that yet. I wouldn't for months down the line. I really, really appreciate you guys. This isn't the right fit for
Yeah.
me. And you need to do what's best for me.
Well, there's your letter.
There it is.
it's very. I don't think I've ever had issues quitting a job, but I'm kind of the same way. But then I realized during my last job, one of my last jobs, that somebody once said to me, that's like, you know, while you are like important here, like you do a lot, but you're just another cog in the wheel, and the clock will continue to run.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're here or not. I mean, we appreciate what you do, but at the same time, the watch will continue to move without,
Yeah.
the cog will get replaced, and
Yeah.
the wheel will continue to turn. And yeah, my last job, I very had a big smile on my face, and my boss, when she saw the envelope, she knew what it was. She's like, "Is that what I think it is?" I said, "Yes, it is."
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it is. She's like, "Well, that sucks." And I said, "Well, for you, not for me."
I mean, yeah.
It was a very toxic work environment, so
Yeah.
I was glad to get out. And this one is turning out to be not much better. So,
Speaking of job stuff, your girl got a job.
Hell yeah.
Making the most I've ever made.
Nice.
Even though it's still not that much.
I mean,
But
NASA money's nice.
yeah.
nice.
I mean, you can buy stuff and do stuff.
Mm-hmm. It'll be nice to be able to do that again.
So new jobs, yay,
It's,
everybody.
Yeah.
Good for everyone.
Haven't been able to do anything or go anywhere or buy anything or
Go
enjoy
anywhere, do
life.
anything.
And now you will.
Kind of. A little bit.
I'll be back to the working slubs of
Yeah.
everybody else.
I'm excited. It's Monday, work from home, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the office, and then usually Fridays off. It's an event production company. I'm super stoked. And it's a small company, so it's like not just, corporate drudgery.
Well, that's good.
So
Hopefully, you work with fun people.
they seem pretty fun. Although my supervisor's name is Megan. Megan.
So she
Megan.
spells it wrong.
Yep.
And it's annoying.
I'm just going to be like, all right, okay.
Sweet. So, in all the excitement of new jobs, what have you guys been watching or reading or listening to?
Severance.
Difference.
Chapter season 2.
Ugh.
It's like
Ugh.
4 episodes in right
I think so.
I think 5 comes out tonight or tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I think.
Yeah. And season 2 is crazy.
That little outing
Oh,
episode was stressful.
it was very stressful. I'm like, what is
The
happening?
little reveal at the end there was
It's so good.
No idea what
damn
you're
you,
talking
Helly.
about.
It's nuts. I can't even explain it.
It is
It is.
nutso butso.
Yeah.
The show keeps you on your fucking toes.
Yeah. It's definitely one to not like be dicking around with other stuff while you're watching it. That and I don't really know what else I've been watching.
I'm watching
Just a bunch of
something I recommended to you. I've been watching Paradise.
Right, I haven't watched it yet.
Interesting show.
Yeah.
I don't even want to give you like the full premise because it kind of spoils the end of the first episode because we didn't even see it coming.
Oh dang.
Like we kind of were like, hold the phone. Is this one of those? And then it ended up being one of those. We're like, oh my god. But it's about the president, played by James Marsden, Cyclops.
Oh.
Who, and this happens at the very beginning of the episode. This is not a spoiler. But it starts with a secret service agent, like the guy in charge of the Secret Service. And he goes into work, and it is obviously not the White House. And you're like, oh, okay, he's the former president. They still get Secret Service agent.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. And he's like, "Morning, sir," and he walks in, and the president's fucking shot in the face, dead. Just bleeding dead. We can't confirm shot in the face yet.
Yikes.
But he is very blood dead. And so it's, the whole thing is about who done it and why, and
yeah,
modern times,
like
modernish.
I don't want to say not too distant future. Like there,
okay.
Like people have like these cool like pay for stuff watch apps and kind of things like that. So it's
not too
future-ish.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the
interesting.
This will happen.
What's it streaming on?
Hulu and Disney Plus because they're basically the same these days. But
I don't really log into Hulu anymore. I just do it all through Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's It is good.
Okay. Yeah, I put it in my head, but I didn't put it on my list yet. But I'll definitely put it on my list.
Yes, and we've also been watching the new Spider-Man cartoon.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Friendly
Yeah,
Neighborhood Spider-Man.
D.E. Eiderman, I think they're calling it.
Jesus.
These fucking people. I'm having a good time. It's really interesting. Like,
Is it made for the older audience or teens-ish?
everyone.
Okay.
It really is. It's it kind of reminds me of the '90s Spider-Man.
Okay.
But Spider-Man's actually allowed to punch people.
Cool.
Nice.
I
like Ninja Turtles too.
So good. And it's funny because when I was growing up, Ninja Turtles 2 was my favorite.
Right.
Of the three.
Exactly.
And then as I got older,
There's
I'm
only
like,
two.
Oh, this is terrible.
There's only two.
everyone sucks so much. But the second one was my favorite. And then as I got older, I'm like, wow, the second one kind of sucks. And the first one's actually really good and dark and has like really great themes to it.
Right.
Yeah, so as a kid, you love the goofy,
Yeah,
you love the goofiness of the second one, but as you get older, the seriousness and the drama and the writing of the first one it's such a better movie.
it is, but the two. I think two is just I don't know more.
2 is more fun, but 1 is the better movie.
Yes.
And I hate to say this, 2 is the better looking April,
Yes.
but the original April has aged wonderfully, and she's rumored to be in the Last Ronin movie they're making,
Right.
the rated R Ninja Turtle movie
Right.
about Michelangelo being the only turtle left alive.
Right.
Kind of a
Can't really call it Teenage Ninja Turtles at that point. He'd be
Yes.
like
Like
middle-aged.
middle-aged
Mutant
solo
Ninja Turtle.
middle-aged,
ninja.
cranky cripple walker. Anyway, he but no,
Back
it's
hurts,
the last
Ninja
Ronin.
Turtle.
He's the last one left alive. He's constantly haunted by his brothers, who are still
Aw.
characters and talk to him,
Yeah.
but he's like, and I kind of hope they get like some more of like the old voice cast. I think that would be great.
Oh yeah.
But it's like a sort of a dystopian cyberpunk future, and
Do you want the original Ninja Turtles cast, or do you want the animated Ninja Turtle voice cast?
the original like movie cast I think would be good, especially if they're getting the original April. I think that would be great.
Well, then you would. I think what's his name needs some work. The guy that did Donatello.
Or
Corey
the
Feldman.
Corys.
Haim Feldman.
Haim's the dead one. Feldman is the one who did
Oh,
Donatello.
right.
And then he wasn't in the second one, but was in the third one because in the second one he was in rehab.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a lot of like because Casey Jones wasn't in the second one, but that
Right.
poor guy showed up for the third one. It's like, no, you're a better actor than this.
Right. Well, because he was too violent, that's why he wasn't in the. That's
Yeah.
I've had a lot of on all my social medias. I've been getting a lot of behind the scenes. I don't know if my phone just thinks it's I think the 35th anniversary, the release of one of them, the original, but a lot of behind the scenes Turtles action stuff between 1 and 2. Oddly enough, not 3. But yeah, so that's been kind of fun to watch, relive the old days. Anything else you got?
I know there's more I'm watching.
Yeah,
It's
I
always
know.
so hard to think of
Right.
like in the moment. But I know everything I'm watching is really good. Fucking
I've been watching Rogue Heroes on. Well, the first season is on Amazon.
good. That looks good.
It is. First season is on Amazon, and then of course they put the second season on MGM Plus because reasons. But for $1 more, whatever. Get the MGM Plus.
Sure.
It's about the formation of the British SAS,
Mhm.
which is their special forces, which formed during World War II in the desert of Africa, and it's not it very much borders satire because at the very beginning they're like, this is based on true events, but and then they go, this is a history, and then they throw in the word not a history lesson. And so it's kind of, but it's also, so it's kind of satire-ish, but not really, because they definitely remind you that there's some fucked up shit that happened during World War II, and that was a horrible time.
Oh yeah.
But it's very good. Alfie guy from Game of Thrones, Alfie, whatever his last name is.
Oh, Alan.
He is in it. He is phenomenal. The guy that plays the Irish guy is really fucking good. So it's fun. And Sophia,
Utella.
is that her name? From Rebel Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in it. She
Love her.
phenomenal in it. She's really good. Like,
Love that.
Good for her.
I mean, I hate saying this. I mean, she's got a main part, but like these are the parts she's like
She
really
could be.
good at.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's phenomenal in it, and you get to see her bent over by one of the guys. So
Hell yeah.
Nice.
it's kind of fun. But yeah, it's an enjoyable show. And then of course, you know me, I have to go back and read the history. And then there's another show. I think it's on Amazon Prime as well, but it's an actual like historical, like this is really what happened during the SAS and blah blah blah. So it's kind of cool to watch both of them side by side. But for some odd reason, they've stopped posting episodes. They're season 2, but they're stuck at episode 4, and they keep saying it has new episodes. And I'm like, there's no new episode. But anyhow, maybe they're just at a.
I think Tracker's coming back tonight, either tonight or next week. Big fan of that one. The new Invincible. It's been a good season so far.
I didn't finish the second season.
I started the second season. The new season of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it's been good.
It's been good.
It has been
It's
good.
been enjoyable.
The Brainiac episode was really interesting.
That's Stephen Fry.
It is. It sure is. And
I had to look it up.
The part I didn't even have to. I'm like, holy fuck!
Like,
That's
I
Stephen Fry.
know that voice. I can't place it.
Where he and his wife were dancing to what they said was their first song, and it was like the Walgreens. It was like every pharmacy's hold music. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I laughed my fucking hole off. It was so fucking funny. I almost died.
Okay.
Because didn't you work in a pharmacy for?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Many pharmacies.
So you know that music quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I laughed my whole. It was so funny.
It was, yeah.
It's like in
it got a chuckle out of me. It was very amused.
Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, the one in the mall.
Yeah,
they're running from the zombies and they get in that elevator and fucking Chuck Mangiolone's playing it. Like one guy's like, really like this song. It's just like this.
It's one of my favorite zombie movies.
Right, mine too.
And one of the fucking best remakes ever made.
Yes, I agree. But I also watched Gladiator 2.
So did I.
How was it?
A film.
It was a film.
All right. Did it have the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack in the background? Because
no,
that's
like a little.
If you go back to the OG Gladiator,
yeah,
it's like, and we said this on our podcast. Yeah.
It's
literally the progenitor of pirates.
Like, we love John Williams, but his stuff can get a little samey.
And I will.
So Hans Zimmer.
I've gotten in arguments, but the first Pirates movie actually, I mean, while it was kind of Hans Zimmer, it was actually written by a guy named Klaus something, who worked for Hans Zimmer. So people are like, well, it's pretty much Hans Zimmer. I'm like, yeah, no, but this other guy really did it.
Yeah.
Hans Zimmer just finished it. So
don't get me started on Danny Elfman.
Right. But yes, it does very much have similar, kind of like Speed has a lot of song repetition from also like Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff. And Bad Boys. Yeah.
I was just gonna bring that up too.
Yeah, so Gladiator 2. It's sure it's a movie.
It sure was. Events transpired.
Yeah. Yeah. The fight. I thought the battle scenes and the fight scenes were really good.
They were good.
I was really impressed when they did like they showed. I don't know if this is probably. It's probably definitely not the first time that they've ever shown like a water battle in the Colosseum, which they did have.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, yeah, right. They did have that, and I thought it was done brilliantly.
Yeah. There was your Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right.
There it is.
Definitely
Found it.
And
that was a fun sequence.
And then of course, as I'm watching, I pause the movie and I have to go, how did they fill the fucking Colosseum? Because it weren't like people with buckets of water.
No.
But the Romans
they had plumbing.
Geniuses with water. And so I watched
intricate aqueduct system, baby.
Yeah.
Right. So I watched this thing on video from Nova about how they filled it. And
you literally have like this water's coming in, these two ships are like, all right, it's pirate battle time.
Yeah.
Right.
And like this is like 0 AD. And you're like, what? How the fuck?
Right. And apparently they could do the water battles in the morning and then
clear it out.
the thing drains in like an hour.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Crazy.
According
That is
according to Nova, the video that I watched, they said
That is
roughly it would
crazy.
be about an hour.
That's
Damn.
insane.
That is insane.
It takes longer than that for my bathtub to drink.
They said
That might be a piping issue. You should probably get Roto-Rooter.
it was 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools worth of water, I
Oh,
believe.
dang. That's a lot.
That's crazy.
Right. So it's like 5 to 6 feet deep, something like that. So,
not deep, but
but
you know,
deep enough to
still
float some small little boats
pretty
on.
fucking
Yeah.
impressive for 79 AD.
And then we had,
BC.
I can't even think of like one really standout or memorable moment. I think it was.
You just mentioned it. It was the goddamn water.
Oh, there was that. Yeah.
Opening scene was. You're like, okay, this is happening. Every time somebody was like making a grand announcement at the Coliseum, all I could think was, how the fuck are these people hearing him? Because like
Yeah.
his voice would be like amplified. I'm like, how? None of these people outside of 20 feet are
Yeah.
hearing any of this.
I can buy you filling this Coliseum with fucking water, but where are the freaking megaphones?
Well, the first guy had like a megaphone, but then after that, nothing.
Yeah.
Just like in the original one. Like how are you hearing this guy, especially with his low voice? And then it took me a while to figure out who the announcer guy was, and he is the guy that played. He's played a lot of parts,
Was
but
it the same guy from the first movie with the crazy ass eyebrows?
No.
Damn.
no,
I
it
love
is
that guy.
the guy that he played the innkeeper on the 25th anniversary of Les Mis at the O.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that guy.
The innkeeper from Les Mis.
Totally.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. The
But,
master of the house guy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
So he played. Yeah. Anyways, that's
The-
where I know him from. He's been in other
Gotcha.
things though. He's an amazing British actor.
Oh, that's gonna bug me now. What are their fucking names? Thenardier.
The Thenardiers, yes.
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs.
Yes.
And I couldn't figure out, or maybe I
Matt Lucas.
Thank you.
Oh. Yeah.
Couldn't.
Great British Bake Off.
Yes.
And Doctor Who.
yes.
And other things.
Yeah.
Bridesmaids.
I mostly know him from Doctor Who. And
Yeah.
Great British Bake Off.
Yeah, same.
I pulled a random.
You just
Yeah.
Sure.
What else did I see him in recently? God damn.
He was in something
He's been
recently
in a
too.
bunch
Uh,
recently.
I didn't. Kevin, did you catch the part where like he was denying who he was the entire time, and then all of a sudden he was like, "No, this is who I am." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, it was literally out of nowhere. You know what old timey like pre-Christ movie I watched recently that I had a better time with? The Ray Fiennes
Oh
Odyssey
yeah.
sequel.
The Return.
Yeah,
I want to watch that.
it was good. It
Yeah.
was real good. It was weird. It was a slow burn, but it was an
Mhm.
interesting slow burn.
Gotcha.
And there's some Voldigirth.
Yeah. You
There is some
put that on
there's
the-
some Ray Fiennes donk.
Nice.
But yeah,
Nice.
very good. But Gladiator too. I'm like, Denzel Washington sure is the fucking equalizer in this.
Yep. I'm just waiting for him to go. Julius Caesar ain't got nothing on me. Okay, fine. Fine.
Like
and
if you
then
wanted to
shoot
be
a bunch of people with
an African freed slave, whatever it was you were playing, awesome. Awesome. Could we like pretend to have an accent?
no.
No, it's Denzel Washington. But then of course, I delved into the history of all to see if their timeline was accurate-ish, and it is, and found the names from the first one were actually names of actual emperors, and that the one in the first one, what did Joaquin Phoenix play? What's it? It starts with a C.
Lucius?
Columbus? No.
Definitely not Columbus.
Not Columbus.
Caligulus? No.
No, it wasn't Caligula.
It was Commodus.
Commodus.
So he was a real emperor that was killed by a wrestler, supposed wrestler.
Oh.
Right, exactly. So then you read that and you go, okay, I see where they got the inspiration for Gladiator. Got
Right.
it.
Yeah.
And the two twins, who
twins.
actually weren't twins, they were actually brothers, separated by a year. They were real emperors, and the other one did actually kill the other
Yeah.
one, actually in front of his mother.
They gave me the
Jesus.
bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
Yeah, they totally did. So good on them.
So they did well.
They did
Yeah.
very well.
Joseph
So
Quinn.
obviously, and then I couldn't figure out at the end, did he become he didn't become the emperor. because Rome actually because
No, it ended the fucking same way as the first one with the stupid field of grass.
oh yeah, that's right.
Fucking fields of grass.
The same stupid song too.
Yeah.
Because I was waiting for him to see a vision of his father and Russell Crowe.
Nope.
No, none of that.
None of it.
Lame.
Definitely brought back stuff. I also think they could have gotten a better child actor to play somebody that was closer looking to the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, it was
It's fine. Who remembers the kid anyway?
nobody. It was a movie. Just if you want to something, you have nothing better to watch.
It's free on I think Paramount Plus. Or
Yeah.
Yeah,
Couple of 'em,
something.
yeah.
It's free on a couple. So
Yeah.
Don't buy it. Definitely watch
Yeah.
it for free. For sure. I also been watching a lot of old '90s action movies. You know, like Speed, Bad Boys, fucking Thunderbirds, or no, Firebirds, which is Tommy Lee Jones
because
and Nicolas Cage.
Thunderbirds, like that movie with the puppets.
No, no. The Firebirds is about the Apache attack helicopter. It's really just
Mm.
the army was like,
I also been watching some old 90s. I just watched speaking of 90s movies with Tommy Lee Jones, I watched Under Siege.
oh yeah,
Oh God, Steven Seagal sucks.
he's the biggest.
And I
piece of
forgot
shit.
that Tommy Lee Jones played like the rock star, like undercover terrorist. I was like, holy shit!
But he was,
Man, when that guy throws himself to a villain role, he
Just
goes all
eats
out.
it up.
yeah, totally. He's probably the best part of that whole movie.
He really is. He's selling it too hard. It's
Yeah.
like nobody's trying this hard. You can dial it back, Tommy.
Yeah, exactly. I also
Oh,
did
God,
watch
Eric Elniak though. Ooh,
and
that that fueled a lot of Kevin's youth.
right. And I
What's
watched
she up to?
I watched Guardians, that Russian movie.
I
Mm.
still haven't yet.
Don't.
Oh, come on!
It is.
Is it not even so bad? It's good.
No,
Bitch.
like there are plot holes bigger than the sun. The part where the guy bear thing turns into a full bear and he loses his pants. And then all of a sudden, the next thing he's got his pants on. Then he turns into bear again, doesn't have pants. Then he's got pants on
They're
somehow.
magic pants.
Ugh, I don't know.
Awesome.
It was like, and then the Bridget and Nielsen esque good person. Yeah, but blonde, slick back, Rocky IV, Bridget
Ooh.
Nielsen esque. She's not as good.
The 80s and the short power hair were.
But this
or
movie
something
was
else.
made like
I know, but like in Russia, it'll always kind of be the 80s.
it's
Yeah.
true. So I feel like it's a modern C-rated 80s movie.
I still might watch it though.
I would suggest watching it. I would just love to hear your take, but it is so just trying to make sense of it all. And I'm like, what? Okay. How did this? Okay. All right. We'll just keep watching.
Ian and I just watched for the podcast, Sorry to Bother You.
Yes.
What a fucking left turn that takes.
Sure does.
I was not expecting that.
It's been a minute since
It was so good. I mean, you can hear me scream about it on Film School Slacker, but yeah, I can't. I'm not over it. We watched it a week ago, and I'm not over it. I'm gonna have to watch it again many times, mostly because it's batshit crazy, and I love it. And Boots Riley is awesome.
It's another old movie I just watched recently. Not 90s, but I think it was like early 2000s. Paycheck.
Oh yeah.
Starring
just watched that.
Starring Batman, Two-Face,
Yeah.
and Poison Ivy.
Oh yeah,
All from different eras of Batman.
fucking love it.
In the immortal words of Kevin Smith, yep, that was accurate.
Mm.
Like during one of his speech
Bad movie.
yeah, with one of his evening with Kevin Smith, people were like giving him what do you think about these movies? And one of them was Paycheck, and he goes, "Yep, that's accurate." They sure did get a paycheck for
They
it.
got
So
I got
Those
money.
who are unfamiliar with Paycheck, it was a movie about Ben Affleck plays a reverse engineer, and they
Yeah.
give him this new like cool like holographic projection monitor that they're coming out with, and they're like, "Can you reverse engineer this so we can make something like it?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course I can." Because what he does is he reverse engineers the thing, and then they wipe his memory so he doesn't remember doing it. But he gets paid a lot, but he doesn't know like he's all the tech he's made. for reasons they're very vague about.
Little severance-y.
Yeah. And so he does it. And he's like, I really like this holographic. This is my Ben Affleck impression. I hope you're all enjoying it. I made this. I made this, but I was looking. I'm like, the thing I don't really like is the screen here. And so he removes the monitor, but the projection's still there. It's like, cool, but that's actually really stupid because then like somebody walks in and there's your porn. Whatever, it's fine.
Whatever.
Cool. But then like there's some conspiracy and shit goes awry and
Yeah.
Thurman.
Yeah, I think I saw that movie when it first came to like VHS. That's about the only time I've seen it.
I think I still own it on DVD.
Nice. I was thinking about that. Like, do I really need to keep all my DVDs?
I've kept a select few, and one of them was Dogma, and we have nothing to watch a DVD on.
You don't have a video game player?
You don't have a PlayStation or Xbox or nothing?
We have an old Xbox One.
Doesn't it take discs?
It does, but so we tried to watch Dogma. We hooked up the thing, the Xbox to the TV, and it needed updates because we haven't used it
naturally
fucking ever. And then Aaron couldn't remember his password to the account.
Vintage.
And like it needed to update the video player.
Uh,
And Aaron couldn't remember his password, so we're just like, fuck it. We have this on, and I mean, Aaron's dad has a whole shitload of pirated movies, so we have a whole terabyte drive of stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I have the special edition of Dogma on DVD, and I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to find.
Oh, yeah.
And it, I don't know if you've ever watched the special edition. It has all sorts of like deleted scenes and
Yeah.
stuff. And there's one that is a personal favorite of mine. And it's the scene that actually where she talks about her past and the abortion she had, because she's in the abortion clinic talking to a girl who saw about getting an abortion. She's like, this is like the third one you've had. Why don't you go on the pill? She's like, oh, I don't want to take the pill because I don't want to get fat. I know it makes you gain like 10 pounds. And she's like, listen, honey, here's the thing. When I was in college, and she went through the whole history, and I'm going to tell it to you now, so I hope you enjoy this. When I was in college, I was with my boyfriend. We loved each other very much. We would see each other. We would bone like animals, of course. Well, unfortunately, one of those times, I ended up getting pregnant. I didn't have a lot of options, so I got what you could basically call one step above a coat hanger abortion in an alley. Unfortunately, what happened with that was, because of that, an infection happened.
Yep.
An infection that now made me barren. But I didn't tell my husband about this. And then later, my then boyfriend, now husband, about this. Later, when we were actually trying to have a baby, I couldn't. When we figured out why, it was because of that infection. I had to tell him everything. He left me because of this. And all of a sudden it goes from, when you watch Dogma, you're like, oh, I couldn't have babies. And he left me. You're like, wow, what a dick. And then when she's telling the story, you're like,
wow,
she's a dick. Because she kept it from him and never told him until they wanted to have babies. She couldn't because she aborted his child, which, that's something you talk about. It obviously her choice because it's her body, but it's still something you want to mention to him. Say, hey, here's what happened. This terrible thing happened to me. This is what I did.
It's also like a situation where
it's a rock and a hard place. I get it, but she still should hold him.
Like so you got sick, and he didn't ask why. He didn't ask like what's going on.
Yeah,
like.
So she's like, so this is what can happen if things are at their worst. So, honey, here is the pill for you. By the way, that 10 pounds usually goes immediately to your bra, making you a goddess in his eyes.
Yeah.
And that line will always stick with me. Just such a good scene.
Yeah.
What the fuck were we talking about?
DVD players.
Oh, yeah. I think we might have an extra.
It's not that big of a deal. We have... I severely pared down our DVD collection over the years just because everything's online and which
I still like having some, especially some of my favorite stuff. Because like when the world ends and we don't have Wi-Fi anymore, I'm still gonna want to watch stuff.
I think I still have like my Audrey Hepburn movies and a bunch of others, like the Good Eats DVD collection. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at it the other day and I was like, when was the last time I touched any one of these?
Yeah. They're all covered in dust.
A little bit of dust. We dust them around here on occasion.
I didn't dust my loft. I should.
Your loft? Oh,
yeah. My office is the loft.
Railers?
Yeah. Question mark. Railers. What do we got?
Well,
Can't think of any.
you can't think of one
Oh, you got
fantastic little trailer that might have come out
Oh,
recently?
fuck, yes. Yes, I can. Holy shit. How did I forget that? It was all over my Tumblr for days. Still is. People are already writing Reed Richards fan fiction.
Yeah. I mean, that's not exactly new.
Well, yeah.
So Fantastic Four had a trailer.
Yes. God, it
Um,
looks so good.
we saw everybody's powers except
Except
for
Reed
Reed.
Richards, which is weird.
Reed, what that tongue do, Richards.
right.
But we saw Sue doing her little shield thing. We saw Cuz from the bear, but he was a rock.
And
Herbie,
doing, like,
the little robot.
doing his the bear thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's why I'm saying Cuz from the bear,
Cuz from
but
the
as
bear,
a rock.
but just in rock form.
Like no like rocky graveliness to his
No.
voice. He's just like, it's me.
Yeah.
Which I don't even
I love it.
I don't even care.
I don't care.
We saw fucking Eddie from Stranger
Yeah.
Things light himself on fire. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And fly
fucking
to
Galactus.
yeah.
Full on Galactus.
Mm-hmm.
Not
No
a
mistaking those helmet horns.
not a mouth hole anymore.
No.
Like a space cloud with a mouth hole.
Right. Which is, you know what, they've teased him so much in the past.
They have, and like in Fantastic Four: Rise of the shitty movie, we saw like the space cloud with a mouth coming towards Earth, and at one point, like so a couple of the tendrils grew, and it kind of looked like the shadow of his head. You're like, ugh. And that's all you got. That's all the Galactus got. Because like for those big, ridiculous, stupid villains, they were obsessed with just making them clouds. Take Parallax and fucking Green Lantern.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
You're a cloud now.
Right.
Be
So
the cloud.
It's him. It's fucking Galactus.
Right. And it's set in
like
retro-esque.
the 60s.
Yeah, like 60s, the that retro future.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But the theory online is, because people do stuff, is that if you look at the chalkboard when Reed is doing stuff in the back, there's this thing about traveling through the multiverse or traveling through something or time or something.
Oh yeah, we got to talk.
And the theory is, from the online peoples, is that they're actually from the regular Marvel as we know it universe somewhere. 616, is that the right?
Yeah,
the 616.
Even though it shouldn't be. Yes, that's the
right.
That's
616, and then what gave them their powers was that they traveled through the multiverse, and in doing so, it gave them their powers, sets them back there, and now they're trying to get back home to the real verse that they should be in. Right,
the normal verse.
Right. Also, I loved how they showed all the retro from the comics ships and the Fantastic Four, which they teased in Deadpool Wolverine.
Mm-hmm. And they got because they got Herbie, which is awesome. We see John Malkovich being very scraggly and bearded. I'm pretty sure he's playing Franklin Richards. We'll find out. Reed's dead. Who's like a crazy.
Love it.
Yeah,
Mad scientist.
He's a fucking thing. But like also who's in the cast is Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah.
That's Bird.
Probably.
Oh
that'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. I'm really hoping. Like, there's nothing associated with her on IMDb, but she's in it. I'm like, oh, please let her be Birdie in this.
Chills. Chills, people. I'm stoked.
Yeah, that would be
so good.
That'd be fun to see.
She just showed, yeah.
But I'm stoked. I obviously I adore the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I think everyone in it is gonna fucking crush it.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be real fun. And it'll be interesting to see. The villain is Sentinel, not Sentinel.
I mean, it's Galactus.
It's Galactus, but there's also another one, the one that's making people turn into shadows. I can't remember the fucking villain's name.
Shadow Man.
Are you confusing it with Thunderbolt?
Oh yeah, Thunderbolts. That trailer came out too.
Yeah, the Thunderbolts trailer with the Super Bowl had
oh yeah,
Sentry's alter ego who turns people into shadow.
Yeah. Maybe I am sorry. Yep, I am. I am sorry.
Spoiler alert, I guess.
For a trailer.
If you don't know, like about Sentry's character and his alter ego.
Well, Thunderbolts newish trailer.
Thunderbolts also had a new trailer, which which gets a little bit more into the plot, and you finally see some bad guy action and people being turned into dusty clouds, and
Hate when that happens.
right, looks super fun. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Today, Captain America comes out. Meghan and I are gonna see it.
Yeah, I gotta go to work, so I can't.
Lame.
I know. I'm sorry.
I don't
But like the most recent trailer, they finally said fucking adamantium, so that was nice.
Yeah, they
They
did.
did.
Because the celestial, it turns out, is going to be made out of it. So
Ruh-roh.
Right. And so
finally fucking acknowledging that.
right. And do you think
I try not to.
try not to either. It makes life easier. Do you think that so it'll be adamantium and vibranium? They'll still keep the vibranium, but they'll just say adamantium is
Well, didn't they say like adamantium is stronger than
yes.
vibranium in the trailer?
Yeah, and well, they also work differently.
Yeah.
Right. One
Vibranium absorbs vibration or
right sound
Yeah.
stuff, and that's why Black Panther can do what he does with
Yeah.
his suit, and well, I suppose now it's she, but as explained in the original Black Panther.
Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
And why Captain America's shield works the way it does in the
Yeah.
MCU,
It
especially
bounces
when
around.
well that and how like when Thor hits it, it just
Yeah.
fucking
But I mean, technically, vibranium, if you had that shield, shouldn't it absorb the kinetic energy and not bounce off of everything? In the comics, it was an adamantium alloy.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Whatever.
It's fine.
They didn't have the rights until recently
But how did they not? I suppose X-Men. No.
because adamantium was X-Men, and they didn't own 20th Century Fox yet.
That's right.
I still feel like they could have used adamantium.
Nope.
I feel like up too.
I have a feeling that there were contract negotiations about shit like that.
But that's, I mean, ultimately that's why they came up with the word vibranium. But now they
Mhm.
have to shoehorn in why now they can use
Mhm.
adamantium, and
Oh, it's
Well, and it's
awesome.
because vibranium is in the comics now.
Nice.
it is okay.
Yeah, it has been for quite a while.
Okay.
And I think that they even like have said in the comics that that's the other motherfuck, the other element that Captain Shield's made out of. It's
Gotcha.
adamantium and vibranium.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's why it can absorb impact, but also bounce when he wants it to.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
Do you think?
Retcon.
Here's a question I saw online. Do you think that Sam should take the super soldier serum?
I don't think he needs to. I kind of like that he's an everyman,
He's a-
especially
he's a
because his
normal
new
dude.
suit is vibranium.
Yeah,
So it seems to give him
that edge.
increased abilities.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I agree. I say no. And my other thing too is that if you understand what Sam was prior to, what he expressed he was, is essentially people probably don't know, but essentially what it sounds like to me and what I kind of formulated in my own head is he's a parajumper, which
Yeah.
is Air Force's Special Forces. And you're probably like, oh, Air Force
Mhm.
Special Forces. No, PJs are fucking badass. And if you ask any operator or a Special Forces guy, they will tell you PJs are fucking insane badasses
They
because
literally jump out of planes.
well, they jump out of helicopters and they're literally not only will they save you because they're medics, but they go into the hot combat zones when other helicopters won't.
Mm.
And so they'll also unalive you very quickly
Yeah.
because they're trained as special force operators,
Yeah.
but they're also medics. So they're like the badass.
So they'll kill you or save your life.
Correct. They will
They can do
unalive.
both.
Yes, and everybody does everything to protect them because everybody protects Doc on the field
Yeah.
of battle.
Okay, no los.
But like, yeah, PJs are badasses. Look them up if you don't know what they are. There was a show a while ago on some Discovery Channel, maybe.
Just getting really fun pajamas.
Huge.
that
That's pretty good.
that followed a few of them around in the desert there
Mm.
during our time there as Americans. And they're absolute badasses, and they have saved countless number of lives because of what they do. So Sam being one of those, he's already a pretty big badass, and you give him a badass suit, and I don't think he needs the serum.
No.
Agreed.
That's that's
Same.
that long, on explanation.
Yeah, none of us ever do that.
No, God,
No,
no.
no, no.
Monologuing? Not my thing.
What are we, superhero villains?
It's not.
I also monologued on Facebook about Chewbacca, the unsung hero of Star Wars, about how since they've retconned all this stuff and shoehorned in all this backstory, that, well, a lot of people think that R2D2 and C3PO are the story, or C3PO is the storyteller of the Star Wars saga. To me, it's actually Chewie, because he's been with Anakin, he was with Yoda, he was with Ahsoka, he was with the Jedi Council.
Mhm.
He saw all this shit, and nobody ever talked to him about it. Nobody ever said, "Hey, how's your life?" He also didn't get an award at the main award thing, and they retconned it and said, "Oh, well, he got one at a private ceremony later." Fuck you.
Fuck you.
He didn't get a hug from Leia because they oopsed when they were filming. Like, come on. Chewie's the biggest unsung hero.
That is one of my primary gripes about, like, obviously I love the sequels. I think they're better than the prequels in nearly every way. The nobody hugging Chewie when they got back was a crime.
It was.
He's
Yeah.
often forgotten, and he shouldn't be, because he's the goodest boy.
He is the
Right.
goodest boy.
And
Although
then,
to him, humans are the goodest boys because
Right.
Wookiees have a very long
It's true.
lifespan.
right, like, if Luke would have just talked to him like, "Oh,
Chewie,
you're a
what's going
Jedi,"
on?
like, he should have said, "Oh, by the way, I know a bunch of Jedi. I did back in the day." "Oh, really, Chewie? What do you know?" Could have told him, "Hey, I know this really badass one that's probably still alive somewhere in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Her name's
Maybe.
Ahsoka."
Or, yeah, there's this little green
Blinder.
asshole I like a lot. His name is Yoda.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
I know exactly where he went to, because you want to know why? Because I was there when he left.
Yeah. He told me.
Yeah, we knew where he was headed.
Yeah. We write letters.
And then
Kept in
Austin,
touch.
friend of the show, Austin, and a really good friend of mine and big Star Wars nerd, pointed out to me recently. He goes, "Well, actually, it's R2D2." I'm like, "Fuck you, shut up."
Hey, I like R2.
Chewie's the biggest unsung hero of Star Wars.
Yes.
I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
No, he does not.
So, anyways, rant over. I'm done.
His little like cry of anguish when he shot what's his tits?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emo Ren.
Yeah, emo Ren.
That was it's like
There's a really good comic I like
Yeah,
that touched
that
base on
was-
that, because that wasn't just like the person who killed his best friend. That
It
was also
was
his nephew.
his nephew, yeah. Like he watched that kid grow up. He was probably that kid's teddy bear for a long time.
Probably took care of him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hope as they keep bridging the gap between 6 and 7, I hope they get into that.
Right, and actually, was it the fuck? What book was it? Or was it the comic? I think it was a book. He was the first main Star Wars character that George Lucas actually killed off in the books. If you read them, saving Han Solo's kids from a planet that was exploding. He was throwing his kids onto the Millennium Falcon.
Oh.
He couldn't get on the Falcon in time, and the Falcon took off, and the planet exploded with Chewie on it. But he saved Han's kids.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm glad those aren't canon. Most of them are dog shit.
Yeah, most
I
of them are.
don't need to feel feelings right now.
It's
So
not canon, so you don't have to.
there we go.
Yeah,
There it
it's a
is.
book. So, or I can't remember if it was a book or a goddamn comic.
Whatever. It's not
Brain.
canon.
I read somewhere where things happened.
Me too.
Events transpired.
Right. So back to trailers.
Anyway, Frank.
Classic here. Any other trailers? I can't think of any other major ones.
No.
Did we talk about Superman yet?
Yep.
Feel
talked
like
about
Yeah,
last
we talked about it
episode.
last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His Crypto is the goodest boy.
Crypto was the
Mm.
best boy.
I can't wait for
Mm.
Crypto.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Should we move to Nerd Grab then?
Hell yeah.
I got nothing because I've
You've been busy.
been busy.
I'm busy.
Very busy. I leave for Mexico in a few days.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna sit on a beach and live like a king at an all-inclusive resort
Fuck
For your
yes.
birthday.
for
Do
my
it.
birthday. Yay me! Another
Very
year
cool.
older. Somebody asked if I was worried. 6. Unfortunately, not.
4 for the third time.
Somebody asked if I was worried about the cartels stealing me up. I said, first of all, I'm too
You're-
fat for them to snatch and grab me.
And you're going to a resort.
Right. Second of all, we're going to all the truth shares. Third of all, I will definitely kill a couple of them before they kill me. And third of all, I'll just tell them I'm Canadian. So there we go.
Yeah.
I got nothing for
He's
nerd grabs.
Canadian.
I haven't gotten anything nerdy.
I haven't gotten anything nerdy. I just bought well, Aaron got his yearly bonus by some miracle of corporate bullshit. So he got his yearly bonus and he bought himself what I like to call a weed easy bake oven. It's literally like a little like set that where it has like a little cup that has a bunch of glass beads in it that you heat up, and then you can use it with like a bong and stuff. It's literally just like a little easy bake oven, and I think it's hilarious. And
That's adorable.
I know. It's super fun. I'll have to send you guys a picture if I remember.
Definitely.
Hilarious.
But yeah, I also bought myself a bunch of clothes because I have nothing appropriate to wear to the office. So a bunch of that is coming in a couple days. So yeah.
Yay, clothes.
Yay.
I also not got much, but I was, between jobs for a while, so I didn't want to be frivolous to myself. We're renovating our basement though.
Hey, how's that going?
Good. I'm very proud of myself because I built part of the frame for the new wall,
Nice.
and it's been going very well.
This is
I've been doing a pretty good job.
So this is the back area, or is this the whole?
So this is the spare bedroom, which is now going to be, for at least the time being, Randy and Gerald's room because they're moving in with us for a while.
Yeah. I saw
the
that.
spare bedroom downstairs?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Not Kai's bedroom.
No, the one that's straight.
The kind of
that's-
yellow one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The one that's
Okay,
by
yeah.
the laundry room.
Yep. Okay.
The one that actually has the window that makes
The egress window that
Yeah.
makes it a legal bedroom.
yeah, unlike the other one, which we don't talk about.
No wonder Kai sleeps there.
Mr. Black.
Mr. Black. But yeah, so we've been doing that. It's funny because her friend and bridesman has been helping us out with this. He did a lot of renovations in his own home, so he's
Nice.
pretty skilled in this now, and so he's been helping us as well. And it's funny, we're trying to move some wires because we're getting rid of the fucking drop ceiling.
Right. That's always fun.
Get that shit out of there.
And so one of the coax cables that runs our internet
Oh boy.
was there's like two wooden frames in the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
This cable is going through both of them. It was clearly a hole was drilled for the cable, and then they capped it, so I couldn't pull it out. And so he was like, "I'll just try and drill outside the hole to widen it to get the thing
to
out."
shake.
Unfortunately, he carved into the wire a bit, so it was so he kind of killed our internet. Because I was just trying to like redirect the cables, and I was like, I can live with this. This is fine. I wish you would have listened to me, but it's fine. So I went and I got a new coax. I got a coax cable stripper, and I got some caps, and I put it back together and saved our internet. And I was thank God, because I need that to work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did that. We got the frame where the wall is out. We pushed it back. We had to, obviously some of it was salvageable, so we had to do another one. I did some cement laying on the floor because whoever did it last sucked.
Yeah, that's the thing with home.
Yeah.
Whoever did it last fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But it's I've obviously built plenty of set stuff in my day, and I used to do some stuff for Habitat for Humanity, but that was a long time ago. But I've been pretty proud of myself for how much I remember and how good of a job I'm fucking doing.
Nice.
So it's I'm pleased.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
16-inch stud spaces and all that fun stuff.
Well, it was currently at 14 and a half.
Oh, okay.
So I've just been sticking with that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I've discovered in different homes that while the base is usually 12 or 16, I found a lot of places that I've lived, they are not 12 or 16.
No.
They're something weird. You're like, this doesn't even make, like, this house specifically, I think they're like 15, which is weird. Or somebody, it's bizarre. But yeah, I guess if you're between 12 and 16, you're fine, I guess, whatever. But yeah, smart of you to keep with what's already been there.
Yeah.
So. Anything else?
Now that I can think of.
Gotcha. You and I are almost done with our film, mostly. Sound editing is a bitch, so That's all I got to say about that. But yeah, it's looking good. Ian, I love Ian's house because he is such a nerd.
He's such a nerd.
And I love him to death because it's like, like in the old movies and when like you had like the young single guy in his house and you would like clap on, clap off, and the disco light would start and blah blah blah. Ian's like, look what I did with my TV remote. And
Oh
it's
my
like,
God.
He shows me and like dims the lights.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
Turns on the
I'm like,
TV
this is a new
colored
clapper. I'm like,
lights.
this is a new clapper.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Fucking, you're a pimp nerd, dude.
Yes. Yeah.
He has the dream house, like the nerdy dream house that I kind of want with lights and how he can control the whole house from his phone, and
Yeah.
it's just unbelievable what he does, and it impresses me every time. Anyways, so good on you, Ian. Anything else I talk about? Brilliant. Coming up. Remember me?
Jesus Christ.
Glad you followed that.
Still listen.
Hello.
Anybody out there? Can anybody hear me?
All right. Well, then if there's nothing else, then we will say adieu. This has been Best Threesome Ever, episode 183, brought to you by Jaybird Ones. I'm Nick.
I'm Megan.
I'm Kevin.
And we will see you.
The views held here by the nerds of Best Threesome Ever do not directly reflect the views of nerds everywhere.